Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, February 9th, an A day on your schedules, and today for lunch is baked potato bar. Just so you guys know, the club meetings that were today, which is BSU, Music Collective, and Semichords, will now be meeting tomorrow, and there's an SGA meeting today, starting promptly at 12:20, so the new clubs and SIGs can do their proposals. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But if you are doing a proposal, please come at 12:20 prepared. You have 3 minutes to present. And there's a lot of you, so we're in a little bit of a time crunch. That's all I have. And now I'd like to invite up Ms. Green for the cum laude induction ceremony.
Good morning. Cum laude is a Latin expression meaning with praise. The Cum Laude Society is a national organization of over 300 chapters in both public and independent schools. It is a society that seeks to encourage and reward high school students. This is similar to the way the Phi Beta Kappa Society honors university-level scholarship. The Buffalo Seminary chapter was founded in 1950. Since that time, membership in the Cum Laude Society has been recognized as the highest academic honor a SEM student can achieve. Membership in Cum Laude is based solely on academic achievement and is limited to no more than 20% of a senior class per year. By the Society's charter, 2 induction ceremonies are permitted, one in the winter and one in the spring. Will the members-elect from the senior class please come forward as I read your name? I will present you with a certificate of membership and a membership pin. Please remain on stage until all inductees are called. Gabrielle Freehoff. Delaney Gradwell. Ava Hirsch. Peyton Nagy. Sasha Wexler. This is a proud day for you and your family, friends, and teachers. The distinguished academic record you have made at Buffalo Seminary has earned you membership into the Cum Laude Society. You are joining a community of scholars whose purpose is to recognize excellence in academic work. As you pursue your education, we urge you to recognize this membership as a responsibility, not only to your continued personal academic development, but also to your contribution to society. Will any other members of the Cum Laude Society here today please stand? It is with praise that we present these new members. Please give them another round of applause. In June on Class Day, we will have a second ceremony when additional members of the senior class will be inducted into the Cum Laude Society. I would like to again congratulate our newly inducted students. I'd also like to introduce our speaker today. Aaron Komorowski is the Chief of Staff to the CEO and Chairman of M&T Bank. Prior to this, Aaron was the Executive Vice President and Director of Sustainability, where she led the bank's comprehensive sustainability program, overseeing external reporting, regulatory compliance, and enterprise-wide initiatives in environmental impact, greenhouse gas reduction, and sustainable finance. In her 10 years at M&T, she has held leadership roles including strategy, innovation, talent, and product management. Her work reflects a consistent focus on customer-centric innovation and data-driven growth. Prior to her time at M&T, Erin led development at several nonprofits and served as a Peace Corps volunteer in Dominica, where she led an entrepreneurial incubator and education projects. Erin holds an MBA from the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania and a BA in Religious Studies from Rice University. She is actively engaged in her community, serving on the boards of Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper and Western New York Impact Investment Fund. Please welcome Erin Komorowski.
Thank you, Molly. It's an honor to be asked to speak. I also forgot how much of my bio I included in my speech, so this might be a little bit shorter than I thought. But it's an honor to be here today and to celebrate such a meaningful accomplishment of SEM students, marking their commitment to honor, justice, and the pursuit of excellence in their induction to the Cum Laude Society. Coming here today sparked a lot of reflection for me to when I was sitting in your seats and what I've done and what I've learned since. When I was a senior at SEM, I was much more focused on achievement than anything else. And I saw that path to achievement and external acknowledgement as majoring in engineering and then going to law school to practice patent law. As an 18-year-old, I was completely convinced that I had my whole future figured out. And you may have noticed from my intro, absolutely none of that happened. I've spent my interim years in what everyone likes to refer to as the non-traditional path. I graduated, as mentioned, with a degree in religious studies. I then moved to a Buddhist retreat center in rural Colorado, and then spent the next several years working for nonprofits in areas that I felt really passionately about, in education and legal aid, understanding how and what our communities needed. And then as all my friends were graduating from law school or their masters or starting their residencies, I picked up and joined the Peace Corps to help build a business incubator in the Caribbean. And that led me to want to pursue an MBA. And during my MBA, I really wanted to move back to Buffalo. It had been about 10 years since I'd been gone, and I really missed the community that I had here. And so I interned at M&T, and in much of a surprise and shock to everyone, I have been a banker for 11 years. I started in product management, strategy, innovation, talent, sustainability, and now I'm the chief of staff to our CEO and chairman, which is an incredible role because it shows me and I get to see a little bit of everything across the bank and across the industry and across our communities. But I think what I want to share with you today is, of all of these roles, I had no idea that any of them existed at 18. And if you'd asked me if these were anything of the things I would do at 18, I'd tell you definitely not. And so my ask of you is to keep an open mind to what your path may be. And when I share my path, I often get asked, what were the most important things that I did to get to certain steps on this path? Whether being in the Peace Corps helped me get into Wharton, whether an MBA was important to leading sustainability, and I think very often whether my parents were worried about me getting a job when I majored in religious studies. And the short answer is I'm not sure about any of those, aside from the fact that my parents were very, very concerned that I would live with them forever. What I do know is that the very motto of the Cum Laude Society and my SEM education were crucial for each of these steps. They capture the principles that have been consistent across my decision-making and my career for the last 20 years. Regardless of the role or the phase in my education, coming back to these principles has guided my actions and my decisions. The first of the motto being the pursuit of excellence and not just achievement. Crucial to this, SEM taught me how to learn, how to question things, how to develop a hypothesis, how to seek confirming and refuting examples, and how to update based on new information, which has been one of the most important gifts that I've been given in my life. It also taught me the intrinsic value of learning, not just learning for achievement's sake. But one of the other things I've learned about learning is that it's a muscle. It has to be engaged, and it has to be exercised. And while I started my career looking for jobs that I'd achieve at, as I've grown, I've learned to prioritize roles where I'll learn and where I'll have to learn because I haven't done it before. And rather than being confident that I'll be successful and recognized, I'm seeking that growth. Each of the zigs and zags in my career have been to pursue growth and hopefully excellence in something totally new to me. And I believe that this is going to be even more important for each of you. As our world is changing faster than ever, the ability and the openness to learning is increasing in value, which will be really, really true as you all pursue your careers. The second piece of the cum laude motto is around honor. And to me, that's meant learning about myself, what I excel at, what I struggle with, what I find joy in, and how I stay true to who I am and my values. And at 18, I assumed that I knew. But at 40, I know that I'm still learning, and I hope that 20 years from now, there'll be much more to discover. And SEM provided me a wonderful setting to learn about myself through new opportunities, building confidence and stepping outside of my comfort zone in both big and small ways. One of my surprises as an adult has been that while you have to seek them out, those opportunities to take chances and challenge yourself still come every day. Often they're small ones, but sometimes they're trajectory-altering ones. And if you take them, you continue to grow meaningfully. And these opportunities provide honor, dignity, and the ability to understand your true potential if you take them. And finally, to me, both of these and all of this is in support of justice, being part of something bigger than myself that has meant different things to me at different points in my life. At SEM, it meant organizing volunteer activities with community centers and parks. It meant packing up and moving to a new country in search of a way to learn and contribute. It's meant volunteering in my community or just supporting my family, friends, and colleagues. But for me, the best way to be part of something bigger has been leaning into those first two principles of the Cum Laude Society, being open and excited to learn, and staying true to my ever-changing self. So I want to say congratulations to the inductees and to your families. I hope you take some time to celebrate and reflect on what is just the beginning of your wide, wonderful, and very meaningful paths. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin, for returning to SIM today to share your story. What a wonderful model of growth-mindedness for us all. I have a little something for you, and I just want to say congratulations to Peyton and Ava and Sasha and Gabby and Delaney and to the classmates who will join you in the Cum Laude Society later this spring. We will have a reception for you and your families in the Colby Room. Seniors and families, you're welcome to join us. You all have a great day. Thanks so much. Thank you, Erin. Thanks. Have a great day.